Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Greninja, having a little fun here and see what we can do. We're going to be pairing it up with Sneasel's Shadow. I mean, this thing hits super hard, but it is very squishy and at times kind of hard to use. So with that said, let's just jump right into this. I'll spare you any other ramble and we'll just hop right in. Third Pokemon is going to be random. We're going to go with Cresselia for now, but then we're going to use Venusaur here in a minute. Shadow. All right, so hey, speaking of Venusaur, look what we got here. And I was about to go in here with the Future Sight one. Go figure. If I had the Future Sight one, you better believe we wouldn't see a Venusaur though. That's just the way it works. Absolutely. So we're kind of it's not the best situation here, but we're going to let that move go. Another Frenzy Plant, will that be enough to take us out here? Let's see. Not quite. Oh, we could have made it to the Moonblast. Unfortunately not. Well, not we couldn't have because we're not there. So we're going to go ahead and bring in that Sneasler as we're going to be able to get to the super effective Aerial Ace on this thing, which is actually pretty nice. You can go with X-Scissor. I'm going to be going with Close Combat too, of course. And they do have a Charizard in the back, and we're sitting at a 2-2 shield situation. So I foolishly go for the Hydro Cannon thinking that they might let it go, but why would they do that? Why would they let it go? Of course they're not. So that was a mistake. Should have went with the Night Slash right out the gate. So we're already not looking good here, but that's okay. We can still potentially pull this off here. Going for the Night Slash now. Sneasler in the back, in the yellow. Okay, we can deal with this here. Dragon Claw will not be enough to take us out. Blast Burn will do a bunch. I'm shielding it up anyways. I don't care. And then we're going to go ahead and go for the Night Slash. Now, I thought I screwed up. I was like, wait a minute. I should have went... Oh, I wasn't going to make it to the Hydro anyways. So, yeah. So we survived that. Immediately swap. Giratina. Oh, boy. What is going on here, folks? So we resist the Shadow Claw. Can we get to the Night Slash, though? Greninja, it's up to you, buddy. Come on, buddy. Spammy thing, you. But then we still have the Charizard, or has that thing been fainted already? Nope, we got it already. Okay, we're good. Sweet. All right, so we're going to have a lot of fun with this Greninja here. So this is a decent matchup, I suppose. Close Combat is still going to be doing a lot. We're going to resist the Poison and the Dark. I mean, this is actually pretty good. But the thing about it is Sneasler just can't take it, especially as a Shadow. Letting this Acid Spray go, knowing that that's what they're going to probably go for. Going for our first Close Combat, we're going to want to go for an Aerial Ace after this. As much as I wanted to try to farm them down, needed one more Shadow Claw maybe, but we're just going to go ahead and throw this here because their quick moves were really starting to add up. Winning that matchup, looking good, getting rid of the threat that we do have Gramble Shadow in the back now. And they have a Giratina that's going to be able to farm us down. Now, we can go in here with Gramble or the Greninja. So we're going to go with the Gramble, okay, since we're going to be doing so much damage with that quick move. It's just incredible. We got a couple of charms and we've already got them down to be on half. Hitting me with a Shadow Sneak. I'm going to try to catch one of these here. Let's go. Show me a Shadow Sneak catch. I think they were too clever. Yeah, they just go for the Dragon Claw. Very nice. And they have a Poliwrath in the back. Okay. Well, here's the thing about Greninja. You can take on a Tapu Fini with that Hydro Cannon spam and the damage. In this case, it's a little different because the counter is super effective, but that's okay because they're going to be able to farm us down at a pretty decent rate. We're getting that shield. All we really needed to do is as much damage as possible. As we're going to resist the counter on the Poliwrath here, we're going to be able to farm them down with Charm. Beautiful. And same with the Giratina. Look at that Shadow Charm. How ridiculous is that? Are you kidding me? Let's go. Well, if it's here, I'm going to use it. Whatever. Okay, next game. What are we going to see here? Met with a Greninja Shiny. Look at that. Alrighty. Wait until they release Shadow Greninja. That thing is going to be, wow, a glass cannon, but it is going to be so incredibly hard hitting. So, of course, we're going to shield up that first one, which is going to be a Hydro Cannon here. Going to go for the Close Combat. Not even going to try to bait because we're going to have to shield anyways up. And we're going to try to catch. Oh, no catch. Bring it in Greninja, and they're retreating with a ton of energy. And not only are we not catching, but they're going to be bringing in a Sylveon to counter us here. But at least Hydro Cannon is doing neutral damage, so we're going to be able to at least get a shield out of them or actually take out the Sylveon here if they let this go, I do believe. All right, they're going to be shielding. Nope, sounds good to me. Now we've gotten both of their shields and we're still holding on to one. The thing is, we're more than likely going to use a shield going up against the Sylveon here. So I'm going to bring in the Gramble. I don't know. I maybe should have went with the Sneasler to farm them down with Shadow Claw, but this works. So we're going to use our shield, hitting me with a Moonblast here. And they have a Skeleturge in the back. Come on, show me that crunch. We get to the crunch. Okay, sounds good to me. I think I threw in the Greninja here. Or not the Greninja, the, that thing. So we Shadow Claw them down before they actually are able to get off a charge move. And this is where I screwed up. I should have went for close combat, but I go Aerial Ace, and our quick move is not enough, but they have already given up at this point. So, hey, sounds good to me. All right, yeah, but I should definitely went for close combat in that situation. Next game, what are we going to see here? Leading with Sneasler still, and we're met with a Lucario. Finally, something decent, but I make a massive idiotic mistake and I shield up a freaking power-up punch. I should have known better. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but I do it, and we're going to have to deal with that. So of course we're not going to go for close combat. There's really no need. Aerial Ace is still going to do a lot despite them being part steel, and I'm pretty confident we're going to get a shield out of them here. Yeah, I think they actually shield this up 2 times, so that's great, right? And we do have the Gramble to handle them though. All right, 2 shields. That was just a visual glitch there. So we're going to let this go. Another power-up punch sounds good, and we're going to just stay here, do as much as we can. No need to lock ourselves, because who knows what they have in the back. Now we can still swap, farming them down, or they're swapping before we hit them with the last blow. And we're going to do a couple of charms before we do swap into the Greninja here. We don't have to look out for the Dark, of course. They're going to hit us with an Acid Spray, but we are Greninja, and they just lowered our defense, so now we're just even that weaker, that much more fragile, I should say. All right, going for the Hydro Cannon after building up to 2, so we're ready to go for whatever they do throw at us next, and they're shieldless, so we will be able to win the charge move priority more than likely at whatever they throw at us here, and immediately going for the Hydro Cannon. What did they bring back into the battle? What was that? The Greninja. Okay, so bringing in their own Greninja, which is pretty good still, as we're going to be able to do a decent amount of damage, and they're not going to be able to farm me down here, so they're going to be kind of forced to throw, and we're going to go ahead and just swap. Bring in the Gramble, and I think we want to shield this up here. We'll be looking good to go. This Shadow Charm is ridiculous. It should have been a video about that. Maybe it might be, who knows. All right, keeping it going here. What do we have? Oh, another Legend. So again, this is not a mock to them or nothing, but I want you to see how they understand how it's a coin flip. So we have a pretty good lead. They're screwed here. Rock Slide, Superpower, it's all resisted. And they're going to go ahead and farm up a bunch, and then they're going to swap, maybe trying to catch, probably trying to catch with their Cofagrigus. I swap into the Greninja, and they immediately back out. That's somebody who has just hit Legend this season. That's showing you that, yes, there is no point at that point. Just keep on going, because it's over. It's a coin flip. Was there skill involved in that? Did I do anything skillful other than hold myself back from throwing the close combat? Not really. I was given a good lead, and then I swapped into a good swap. That's it. So anybody trying to talk about this is a massive... yeah, anyways. I just can't shut the hell up about it. All right, we're up against an Ampharos here. Trailblaze, maybe? Trailblaze? Because Brutal Swing's not very effective, but then again, I do believe they actually hit me with a Thunder Punch here. That's kind of rare to see nowadays. Yeah, Thunder Punch. Still pretty good to have, though, as you could take people by surprise as they're expecting the Trailblaze and or Brutal Swing. Bringing in the Sneasler here. This is not very effective Aerial Ace, but it's still going to do enough damage, as we're Shadow. And I do believe they are, too. Yeah. So it's going to KO. 1-to-1 shield. Still holding on to Greninja. Immediately swapping into it. Getting to the Night Slash. Let's go. This will take them out here if they don't shield it up, obviously. Let's see what they want to do. And they shield it up. Sounds good to me. Retreating with energy and bringing in a Machamp. So this is perfect. This is just perfect. We're going to go for the Hydro Cannon, which is essentially going to one-shot them. And check this out. Just watch this. Shadow Machamp, sorry, buddy, but we get to the damn Night Slash. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Okay, so we'll take them out 1 HP on this thing. Greninja holding on by an actual thread. And in comes the Gliscor. Now, Night Slash is not very effective. They're not getting to a Night Slash and an Earthquake, so I'm going to go ahead and just shield this up here. And they'll get to another one, not very effective. We go for the Aerial Ace, and then we'll be taking that win here. Greninja, absolutely an amazing Pokemon. Very cool that they finally, made it pretty good. And not only just the introduction of Hydro Cannon, but they actually give it a new quick move that just arguably made it a little OP, actually. But what about that Shadow Sneasler? Love to use this thing. So fun. All right, we got the Shadow Venusaur up the front. First game, I met with an Aurorus. What do you know? Yeah. But you're super effective to it, too. Yeah, I know. I get it. But it's just super annoying. Like, come on, man. Really? You're going to throw this damn spammy ice Pokemon at me? All right, but they are part rock, so they have to worry about us, too. So Weather Ball, okay. But they're going to be able to outpace us. So keep note here. We got the Skeledirge in the back. Okay. So, yeah. All right. So At this point, I've used both shields, and I'm kind of annoyed. Almost want to quit the game, but we're just going to go ahead and keep on going. But they catch with a Virizion. Okay, yeah, I can't even complain about that. That was an amazing catch. Now, they typically don't have Stone Edge when I go up against them, but since I have the Skeledirge, they'll definitely have it. Yeah, there we go. Going to build up a little bit more energy and go for the Disarming Voice, and we'll have a Shadow Ball ready to go here. And still holding on to no shield. Saw one shield on their end. Okay. All right, what's it going to be? Shieldless me. What am I going to do here? Immediately going for the Disarming Voice up against the Aurorus. Now, this is pretty fun. They actually throw a Weather Ball. It doesn't KO. I thought they'd go for, like, you know, Meteor Beam, right? But they go for Weather Ball, and we survive and actually get off the Disarming Voice, which is amazing. So long as they don't have a fighter in the back, I think we're going to be looking pretty good here. Although, even if they do, we'll be... it's going to be a Crest. Okay. So I swap into the Venusaur immediately here so we can start hitting them with the Frenzy Plants. Greninja can handle this too. Obviously, Moonblast is not going to be appreciated, but we're still super effective, right? And you can spam the heck out of your charge move. Ideally, you'd want one shield, but we're just going to have to work with what we got. Skeledirge is a little too low. I'm not trying to get Psycho Cutted down, so they can come out of that with like 70 energy. No thanks. So we're just going to go in here with their Greninja, and more than likely, actually, this might be a Grass Knot. Okay, they're just going to go straight for that. We're farming up a little bit more, so we're ready to go because we know that they're not about to hit their next charge move here. So we're going to go for the Night Slash. Take them out. What you got in the back? Oh, what do you mean what you got in the back? Of course we know. Immediately going for the Night Slash, and we're going to go ahead and take the win here up against that Aurorus that we started off with the Venusaur. Let's keep it moving. Next battle here. Leading with Venusaur this time still, and Virizion. Thank you. There we go. That's more like it. Alrighty, so Stone Edge is the only thing that they can hit us with. Let's see what they've got here. I think this is actually going to be a Leaf Blade. Sacred Sword. Okay, yeah, it makes more sense. It's not resisted by both of the types that we do have. I screwed up here. This was such an idiot-ass move. They didn't catch. I saw it. I just threw it anyways. Now, technically, if you're going up against a Drapion with your Venusaur, you're going to want to throw Frenzy Plant. Still going to do a decent amount, too, with the Shadow Venusaur, but my dumbass went for Sludge Bomb, which is still a good move, but not what you're going to want to do. Anyways, screw up aside here. This is looking okay as we're going to be able to, get to the charge move before they do. Thank you, Greninja. We're not even going to really need to hit any of these bubbles here. Taking them out, still in the yellow, still with 2 shields. Of course, they're going to be bringing back that Virizion, and that's okay because we do have the, do we still have Skeledirge on the team? I think we do. Oh yeah, Skeledirge. That's a really good Pokemon too. Yeah, you should go check out my back catalogs. I've made tons of videos on this thing in the Ultra League because it's very good. It doesn't even need Blast Burn. So we're going to let this go. Leaf Blade. I mean, if Virizion doesn't have Stone Edge, it's completely screwed when it comes up to Skeledirge. They do have a Greninja in the back, weak to Fairy, so we're going to go Disarming Voice, swap into the Venusaur, and this is all set up for us. Obviously, this is a wrap. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go for that Frenzy Plant here. We're actually going to let that Night Slash go because it's not going to be enough to take us out, and I'm just feeling a little frisky here, so letting that Night Slash go, and they'll get to another one, or not. Okay, never mind. Of course they don't, because I said it, and that's pretty much it, folks. Greninja in the Ultra League is amazing. If you haven't made one, you should probably get on that, and if you haven't made a Venusaur, you need to make one of those. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you all next time.
Sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
touch the gas. This is the best day